The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
All right, Coach Mincey, you add two players to the 2015-16 recruiting class. Let's go through Ashton Wykel first. An area kid, what does she bring to your group next season and in the future?
Well, one thing, probably the main thing that I really liked out of her is her ability to shoot the three ball. I think she made over 80. I don't have the exact number, but I believe it was at 80 toward year's end that she had made. And when you can make that many in a high school season, I consider you a three-point maker, not just a three-point shooter. She's a kid that I've seen over the years. You know, of course, she plays local AAU ball with the Trotters. She's in our gym a lot practicing, and just a real heady player, always plays hard. And with like most of the South Green kids, you know, they just have a tenacity about them, win a lot of games, and that's something that we certainly want to bring to our program.
And then Brianna Smith, what does she bring to next year's group?
Well, Briana, you know, I saw her for the first time in the state tournament this year. Went over there to watch the state tournament and not really expecting to pick somebody up, but I saw her in the semifinal game against Elizabethton, who was the defending champs, and just saw an athletic kid that could go by people, blow by them. She could shoot jumpers, shoot threes. Just somebody that was very similar to J.J. McLaughlin, and with J.J. only having 1 year left, I couldn't pass up on a kid like her that was still available that we could bring into the program and already kind of have her in place to where she can work with J.J. and potentially step into her shoes when J.J. departs.
With so many injuries this year, you didn't need a huge recruiting class. What were you looking for out of this group?
Well, you know, that's why we really weren't in that big of a hurry to sign, because we already had 12 returning. But I know I needed to get a point guard because I don't like the fact that JJ's getting ready to leave after next year. But I wanted to find a really athletic, elusive point guard. And of course, Wykle too can step in and play the point, even though I would prefer to play her at the shooting guard spot. But you know, we're still one player, in my opinion, short. We got 14 right now, and it would be nice to bring in another big if we can find it. If not, then, you know, we have 14 players that I think we're very capable of competing for our conference title next year. And, of course, you know, we bring back Newman, who redshirted, Stubbs redshirted, and Elizabeth Massengale, who I think a lot of us are ready to see play, and hopefully she'll be healthy after having double ankle surgery last year.
How does this year's group making the NCAA tournament help set the tone for more local kids coming into next year's team?
I don't know. It's just I think our plan, and I'll use Coach Tipton too because she's been a big part of it, even though she has left us for another position. But I just think the plan over the last 4 years has to try and win with local talent. And I think we've been able to get our fair share of the good ones in our area, and those ones that have come are doing really well. And we've had freshman player of the years, and of course Jekka was second in the running this year. And of course I could go down the list of all the locals that have come to Carson-Newman and really flourished. And you know, we want to continue to do that, and of course bringing Ashton in, she's fairly local at about 40-45 minutes away, and even Nashville, even though it's not, you know, local in terms of right around here in Hamlin, Granger, Jefferson County, it's still a Tennessee kid. And you know, Kiana Sedlachik will be our only non-Tennessee kid on the roster next year. And so I just think, you know, it just has worked out really well for us to bring these local players in, these Tennessee players in. And our chemistry is really good right now, and I think we're excited to see what we can get done next year.